Hi and welcome back. If you are returning, hopefully you are. I just want to go ahead and start off with saying, excuse me if I'm touching my hair too much. I obviously straightened it this morning. Worst decision of my life is 80 degrees. 80% humidity here in North Carolina. So it's pretty. My hair's about to be big, so I don't know why I even thought the idea to straighten my hair today, but I did. So we're just gonna roll with it. Um. So today's video, I'm just gonna give you a little Q&A and get to know me because I realized my first video went straight into the content, didn't give you anything about me, who you're watching. I feel like if I want to watch somebody, I kind of want a little bit about them. So, anyways, also before I start, I know I've had like 3 or 4 people like tell me that they hear my smoke detector ding throughout the whole video. Me personally, I grew up hearing that. There it goes. Me personally, I grew up hearing that, and it just doesn't bother me. I know I'm not supposed. I'm going to change it. Trust me, I'm going to change it. I know it's not safe. I'm going to change it this week when I get some more batteries. But it's never bothered me. It's never fazed me. So it's been out for like a few weeks. So if you hear it and it's bugging you, I'm sorry. I apologize. I will get it fixed. But without further ado, we're going to get into the video. So I posted on Instagram so people can ask me. I'm sorry, I'm touching my hair. Touching my hair a lot. It feels weird to be able to put my hands through it. Ugh, it just feels weird. I like it, but at the same time, I feel like, no offense to my straight hair girls, I feel basic. I feel basic when I have my hair straight because it's like everybody has straight hair. When I have my curly hair, I was like, oh, who's that? Like, wow, that's something different, you know? Anyways, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the video. So I'm not going in any order. These are ones that I just asked off of Instagram, and they just kind of popped in of who asked them first. So let me see. Okay, so I actually have had this question quite a bit. The first question is, what got me into modeling, and was it a struggle starting? So first of all, I want to clarify the word modeling. So honestly, when I was younger, I actually was in a modeling agency called John Casablanca's modeling agency. I tried walking modeling. Catwalk modeling. I tried catwalk modeling. I was too short. If you don't know me in person, I'm 5'1.5", but I'm very short. And at the time, I think it was like 2012, body positivity wasn't a big thing. People being short, people being big or whatever. It wasn't like, oh, let's accept her, you know? So, that kind of wasn't really my thing. Like modeling wasn't really my thing. Acting, I didn't like it because I really wanted to model, and the fact that I couldn't model, it let me down. But in regards to like Instagram, posting pictures and getting the little bit of likes that I got, I guess people consider that modeling. It's social media. It's like Instagram model. What got me into that was I'm gonna try and figure out how to put the picture up here that went viral. So if I can't, excuse me. But yes, I'm gonna try and put the picture in here that went viral, like up here somewhere, so you can see. I think I was 18. I remember buying a new outfit, and I was like, yeah, like, I want to post this pic. Like, I want to post and look good because I had like just got out of a relationship with somebody, and I was like, I want to look good, you know, like I want to post and be like showing what they missing type stuff, you know. So I went and I got the outfit. I got off of work. I was working at the place I'm working at now, the pharmacy, and I got my little outfit. I got on and I went to one of the neighboring cities close to me, little small town, and I took some pictures, not expecting anything of it, and I got a few like my regular likes. Woke up the next morning, I was getting a little bit more likes, and then it just kind of blew up from there. I ended up getting like 15,000 likes on that first picture. And if I am able to put the picture up here, you can see why. Obviously, there's one obvious thing that was showing in this picture that caught everybody's attention, which was my little booty. And I guess that's what kind of blew it up. And from that point forward, I had always wanted to do something like with my life, like, you know, something like social, like for people to know me and stuff. And that honestly was like kind of like exciting to me because I had always wanted to get something like get attention for something like that. And nobody I knew around me had that many followers or likes or anything. So it was like, well, like I'm gonna be the one to make it out of Harnett County, right? So, anyways, um, I got a little excited. I got a little excited with the video. I mean, with the picture that I posted, and I started getting more consistent because I was like, yeah, like I'm gaining followers, I'm gaining likes. I'm gonna be more consistent. So I kept posting and kept posting and kept posting, and I was getting likes, getting followers. Brands started reaching out to me. Photographers started reaching out to me. Can I take your pictures? Can I pay you? Can I do this? Can you wear my brands and we'll pay you for however many likes you get or however many, how much exposure we get. So really it was just that one picture that did it for me. I had always wanted to do it and I never thought, like, it was so random. It's like, if you ever seen on TikTok, I didn't think this would blow up. Like, I really did not think that this would blow up and it blew up. But yeah, so that's how I got into modeling, and it wasn't a struggle starting because I wasn't intending to start modeling, if that makes sense. It just kind of happened. On to the next question. First vacation and the experience. So my first ever vacation, let me think about this. First real vacation I would have to say is a cruise. We went with Carnival Cruise Line. I was 14. Yeah, I was 14 at the time. It was amazing. I definitely recommend anybody who's like looking for like a cheap trip, not cheap, but like, price, pretty good with price, is a cruise. Like, it's 5 days. Everything's all inclusive. Like, you pay for the one set price. Like, most time, like, it's like $800 per person, and you're there for 5 days, depending on where you go. And all the food's included, all the drinks, everything's included. Honestly, you could stay on the ship. The one that I went on, I don't know the exact ship. It had like a whole ass like water park. Like, it was nice. It was bougie. Like, it was good. Like, it was fun. It was really fun. I mean, it was hot. We ended up going to Nassau, Bahamas, Half Moon Cay. It was beautiful. I mean, it really was fun, and I wish I could do it again. And I probably will. You'll see me out there again soon. But I mean, like, I really definitely recommend. Like, it's so relaxing. And, like, the biggest motto they have at Carnival is, like, do whatever you want. Because you're not going to see these people ever again in your life. So have fun, get lit, go out, drink, beef, make friends, have fun. And I loved it. Like, honestly, like I said, you could stay on the ship and not even get out and go to your destination, to Jamaica, to Bahamas, and have fun. They have different things every night, like Mardi Gras night, whatever. The biggest thing that I really wish I could have done was drink. On the actual island, I could drink, but I was with my parents, so obviously I couldn't drink with them. I was 14. But when you're 21, like, oh my God, I know it would be so much fun. That's why I'm like, I'm ready to go now because I am of age and I can go and I can drink. So, yeah, but I definitely recommend, if you haven't been on a cruise, go on a cruise because that stuff was fun. On to the next question. Do I miss high school? So this is like, So I don't miss high school per se, but I miss the experience that I had in high school. High school definitely opened me up. Believe it or not, before I ever got into high school, I was shy. I was bullied. Yes, I was bullied in middle school. And I don't even want to hear nobody talking about, yeah, you were not bullied. Yes, I was bullied. I was bullied because my hair was different, because my hair wasn't straight like it is now, because I looked different, I sounded different. I was bullied. I don't care what nobody tells you. I was bullied in middle school. I had the worst years of my life in middle school. And I got up like 3 o'clock every morning to straighten my hair because I had so much of it. And it was so damaged to the point it was like falling out. But anyways, finally, once I got to the age of 14 and I got into high school, it was like a whole different ball game. Everybody appreciated me for how I looked. I mean, it was like two different, because where I'm from, there was 2 different middle schools that combined to this one high school. And it was like new people, older people. And I remember a few of them called me Callie, like the older guys, because they were like, they've never seen anybody like me before. And then I started like letting my natural curls come through, and I started letting them come. I started dressing how I wanted to dress and not dressing like the cookie cutter mold everybody else that I did in middle school. And I was actually applauded for my differences and how I looked. I got into chorus because your girl loves to sing. I love to sing to this day. I love to sing. And that really put me out of my shell because we had like show times or whatever, and we would like dance, we would sing, we had to sing in front of everybody. Like, so it was a big thing. Like, high school really broke me out of my shell. I made so many new friends. I had so many experiences, did so many things. I miss the experiences. I miss the only thing that I had to worry about was coming home on time at 9 o'clock. I miss that being the only thing I had to worry about. But now, you know, I have all these like grown adult things to worry about: bills, work, a kid. Like, high school was fun. It was. I won prom queen. I think I was like runner up or something in the homecoming thing, whatever, best dress. I mean, I'm not gonna say I wasn't, you know, popular in high school. I definitely was, but it was fun. It was fun, and I wouldn't do it over again. That's for sure. Like, I'm glad I'm out of that stage, but I do. I miss the experiences in high school, not high school itself. On to the next question. So this one says birthing story and baby dad drama. So I was gonna ask him if I could like talk about him in this video, but then I was like, he wouldn't ask the same of me, so I'm not going to. So you're gonna get real raw from me. And I'm gonna go more into depth in another video soon to come about like how I became a single mom. But the biggest thing, the birthing story was not that bad. Like, I think I amped it up so bad, like, and I prepared myself for it to be so bad that it wasn't that bad. I'm sorry, I'm touching my hair a lot right now. It feels weird. But yeah, so like, I think I amped it up to be so bad in my head that it wasn't that bad when it actually came down to it. Like, I drove myself to the hospital in labor. I got there. I was in labor for 8 hours. Really pushing the child out is not the hardest part. The hardest part are the contractions. Girl, when I tell you those things feel like period cramps on steroids, like, yo, like, it was so bad. I remember the lady was like, some people like to lay down, some people want to stand up. Like, you do, it's your choice. I was like, girl, I want to walk. Like, I want to move. Like, this is so much pain. Like, I can't just lay here and take it. Like, I need to get up and I need to move. But like, Josiah, he was actually almost 2 weeks past due. I was almost 42 weeks. Like, he was hanging chandeliers in my belly. He was not ready to come out. Putting little couches out and everything. Laying a patio out. Like, he was not coming out. And they had scheduled me to be induced on some Saturday. And finally, like, I called them. I'm making sure my bed was there. And they were like, no, like, we don't have any beds. Like, just wait till tomorrow. But at this point, I had already started to get contractions on my own naturally. And I'm like, okay, they're pretty consistent. They're like every 10 to 15 minutes. I'm like, I think I need to go to the hospital. And she was like, no, just stay at home. Like, wait it out. And baby dad's mom actually was like, Cameron, like, no, go to the hospital. Like, if you have the baby at home, like, you're going to be tore up. Go to the hospital. And I was like, I guess I'll go. I told my granny, I was like, Papa, like, I think I'm about to, I think I'm about to have the kid. Like, I'm having contractions. He was like, you'll be all right. Just wait until tomorrow. I was like, no, like, I'm going. Like, I'm getting in my car and I'm driving myself to the hospital if nobody else wants to do it. Because nobody believed me. So, I got my little Nissan Altima, drove myself up Highway 40, and I got to the hospital. And I get there, and they're like, yeah, we don't have any beds. And I'm like, okay. I can't feel him move. And they're like, oh, my God, let's get you into a bed right now. They put me in, like, a little, like, not a delivery room, like, just like a regular room, and they were monitoring my contractions, and they were like, oh my God, like, you're having pretty consistent, strong contractions, like, every 3 minutes. Like, we need to get you to the delivery room ASAP. I'm like, yeah, get me there. So I get to the delivery room. That's when she was like, you can stand up, lay down, whatever. And I'm like, I'm walking around, you know, because I'm like, I'm in pain. I'm in so much pain. And then within, like, minutes of the nurse walking out of the room, baby dad was here at this point. He was here. He was asleep, almost asleep. All of a sudden, I start feeling like, this is, okay, you might want to skip a little bit forward if you're not, like, into graphic stuff. But this is pretty graphic. I started feeling like stuff started just, like, gushing. And I'm like, yo, what? Like, I thought I had peed. I'm looking again. I'm like, is this pee? Like, is this piss? And I was like, I'm gonna call my baby dad John for now. I was like, John, what is this? He's like, are you pissing on yourself? I'm like, no, I'm not pissing on myself. Like, I think my water's breaking. And I'm like, it's coming out, like, it won't stop. And the weird thing about it was green. It was green. So I was like, call the nurse, press the button, because there's like a big red button. She's like, if anything happens, press the button. So I was like, press the button, John. And he pressed the button. And she comes running in. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, something's just coming out of me. It's like green fluid. And she's like, good news is your water did break on its own, which is good. We didn't have to break it for you. Bad news is the baby has pooped in the womb. So we will need to have a NICU team on standby, because that's not safe for him. It can get into his lungs. It could give him pneumonia, give him, like, infections in his eyes and stuff. So we're gonna monitor this. Anyways, everything went pretty smoothly for the next 8 hours. I was just in pain. I got an epidural. Finally, this is another thing for moms. Do not let them lie to you and tell you that you have to wait to get an epidural because it'll wear off and they won't give you any more. No, honey, I thought this, and I asked the nurse, and she was like, no, if it wears off, we give you more. We give you the epidural up until the time that you give birth. And I'm like, oh, facts, like, bet it up. Like, at this point, I had just gotten it was fentanyl. They gave me fentanyl. They were like, if you don't want to do the epidural right now, we can do fentanyl in the meantime. And I'm like, is that safe? She's like, yeah, like, it's for, whatchamacallit, it's for doctors, like, it's for hospital use. And I was like, okay, yeah. And they gave me some of that. When I tell you, I felt like I could have pushed out 20 babies. I just sat there and took a nap in the middle of labor. It felt so good. Anyways, they ended up, finally, they told me about the epidural, and they were like, yeah, so, like, you can do it up until, like, you give birth. They gave it to me. They tried and I had already heard about catheters and how that works, and I know how they work. I'm a CNA, and I was like, aren't they gonna hurt? Because they want to give you a catheter once you get an epidural, because you can't feel anything. Like, your bladder, like, you don't know when to pee, and if your bladder's full, it takes more time for the baby to come out, and they're trying to get you in and trying to get you out. So, like, can I put a catheter in you? And I was like, I really don't want to, but we'll try it. Most painful experience. I said, take that out. We'll do the old-fashioned way. Give me the urinal, like, whatever it's called, and I will pee in the little tub. Anyways, finally the time came. It was nearing 6:30 in the morning, and she was like, all right, you're 10 centimeters dilated. I feel his head. Let's do it. And the nurse was like, all right, here we go. Hold your legs up. And I'm like, you're not going to get the doctor in here? And she goes, no, our new protocol is now it's just me, you, and the baby. I was like, ma'am, I definitely want a doctor in here. And if you remember earlier, the other nurse was like, no, like, you need a NICU team because he's pooped, in the womb. And I was trying to explain to her. At this point, John's dead asleep. I'm like, John, wake up. The baby's coming. Wake up, John. He's just over here knocked out, not caring at all. He was asleep my entire labor through everything. Epidural also did not work. I only worked on my left leg, so I still felt everything. So I tell everybody that I did it natural because I felt it naturally. But anyways, John's still dead asleep. I'm like, John, wake up. Tell this lady that I need a doctor. He's still dead asleep. I get my phone, trying to give birth, calling him, like, trying to wake him up because I know his phone's always on his hip. And I'm like, wake up, John, wake. He's literally right beside me. He's just ignoring me or whatever. I don't know. In such a deep sleep that he doesn't care. Anyways, he finally wakes up. He's like, not even in the world. Goes back to sleep. And I'm like, are you shitting me? Like, are you serious? Anyways, finally, the nurse was, like, trying to deliver the baby, and there's, like, blood everywhere, and she's like, oh, my God, and she screams at John now, and she's like, John, wake up, press the red button over there, we need a doctor in here ASAP. At this point, I'm scared. I'm like, oh, my God, something's going on. Something was wrong with the baby. Anyways, they finally get the doctor in there. And it's a man. He's real nice, very respectful. And he's like, okay, so I'm going to give you the rundown of what's going on. Josiah's big head was stuck on my pelvic bone. And every time I pushed, it was pushing on his shoulder. So it was almost breaking his shoulder. So he had to take both of his forearms, go inside of my body cavity, twist him around, and then pull him out. all while I'm pushing. At this point, John's finally awake when the doctor comes in, and they're like, can you hold her leg? And he's so half out of it and so half asleep, he's like, and he's just staring there watching me give birth to his child, acting like a dumbass. Anyways, it was all good in the hood. The baby came out. He didn't cry at first because he was stunned, so they say. So they had to like give him a little pop, and he was good. He was crying. He was 7-11. Sweetest baby. He's 13 months now. So, but yeah. So the birthing story, it actually wasn't that bad. It was just a little like, you know, like it was different. Like I said, the contractions was the worst part. The pushing part, I was just ready to get it over with. I didn't really care. It felt like taking a big dump, to be honest with you. So, on to the next question. So, this one right here, this is probably one of my most asked questions my entire life. My ethnicity has been assumed for me so many occasions. Brazilian, Hispanic, I mean, Mexican, all kinds of things that you can think of, people have asked me if that is my ethnicity. But today I'm here to clear the air for you so you know my full ethnicity. I know right now I look like I come from Mount Caucasus. I look very white, like my name is Brittany because my hair is straight. However, I am mixed. So my father is white as can be. He is European, 100% European. And my mother is mixed. She's mixed with Black and Native American. So that makes me 50% white, 25% Black, and 25% Native American. I did the Ancestry kit, and I did it twice. The first time, it was the same result, but I did two different companies. The first time I did Ancestry.com, and the second one I did 23andMe. 23andMe was really easy, and I got the results back like a week ago. So... but yeah, so that's my ethnicity. It's very unique. I feel like it gives me very unique facial features, very unique hair. As of right now, I look very basic. But yeah, so there you go. There's your answer. That's me. On to the next question. What are my goals in life? So my goal in life, my biggest goal right now is to be the best mom that I possibly can be for my child. I'm doing this all on my own. I am a single mother. I'm raising him on my own. I'm paying for him on my own. I'm doing everything for this baby on my own. So I want to be the best mother that I possibly can. I want to raise him the best way that I can. Show him how to be a man, but also a loving, gentle person, a respectful person. And it's a lot, and it's a lot on my shoulder, but that's really the biggest thing in my life right now. And also just being a really good servant of God. I'm working on doing better and better, but I mean, obviously nobody's perfect, and you know, so and then another thing, I'm not really sure what I want to do in my life career wise. Right now I'm working as a pharmacy technician. It's good money, it's okay pay, but I know I have better potential than that. I know that I can do more. I just really want to find a passion. And so right now I'm really looking for that. I don't know if that is social media. I don't know if that is, you know, selling things. I've been looking into esthetician stuff. I don't know. I'm only 21, and I keep having to remind myself right now that I still have all the time in the world to figure out what I want to do. So this is the last and final question. I said I was going to answer all the questions, but there's a lot, and I really don't want this video to be crazy long. So this is the last question, and the question is just, do you have any advice on motherhood? The biggest thing is, do not compare yourself or your kids to anybody. Don't compare how many pictures you take compared to somebody else, how better your pictures are compared to somebody else. Don't compare how clean your room is or how clean your house is compared to somebody else. Social media is all a lie. Everything is all fake. Nothing is all 100% true. Don't ever compare your baby's milestones to anybody. Every baby goes at their own time, at their own space, and their own pace. You know, so I used to always look at Josiah and look at other babies. There was another baby that I know. Cute, he's so cute. He was born like a day before Josiah. And I'm like, oh my God, like he's crawling, he's walking, he's talking, he's got 8 teeth. Josiah has none, he has no hair, he's not crawling, he's not even rolling. Like, it was just, you know, and I had to get out of that mindset, because if you keep comparing your child, it's not only, you know, bringing you down, but it's also bringing him down. Like, you know, I mean, he's a baby, but at the same time, it's like, talk good about your baby. Talk good onto him, you know, or her. So that's the biggest thing. Just don't compare your lifestyle, the way you mother your kid to anybody else. That is the biggest thing that I can honestly say. And really, that's all I really have to say about that. I mean, and if you ever need anybody to talk to, I am always here for any moms that are going through anything, especially single moms. Oh my God, I know how bad it can be and how draining it can be and how lonely you can feel, even if you have people surrounding you. It feels like you're the only person, and you really are, that is raising this child, and you're so lonely. Even in relationships, a new relationship, you can still feel lonely. So, my DMs, my messages, my Snapchats are always open to anybody that has any questions, any that wants any advice on certain things, whether it be with a relationship with their baby dad or whether it be just being a single mom and raising their kid. Like, I'm always free and always talking. You, if you know me in real life, I love to talk. I can talk to a brick wall. I'm talking to my phone right now, and nobody's talking to me. So yeah. All right, and that wraps up today's video. I am so sorry if I didn't get to your question. I didn't realize that there was that many. I didn't realize that I would talk that much and so in depth into certain questions. I'll probably definitely have another one in the future if this one does well, to answer more questions. But in the meantime, I really hope you enjoyed my second video. Please, like I said, give me ideas for other videos. I have some already wrote down, but like, I want like good ideas, you know? So DM me, comment, whatever. Please like, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 at least before the end of the month. So, but yeah, I really do enjoy making these videos. I don't know if it's gonna be a certain thing that I'm gonna do in the long run. But I enjoy doing it right now in the time being. So if you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. Message me with any ideas that you have or anything like that for my next videos, or any opinions. Like, I love hearing opinions. Like, we could talk all day, you know? So, but yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye.